Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times this Monday, February 8, 2021. For today's editorial, Philippines signs landmark treaty banning nuclear weapons. Finding something to be cheerful about seems difficult these days, and it is certainly seldom for people to agree on what to be happy about. Well, that happened last week when lawmakers unanimously approved Senate Resolution 620, which makes the Philippines the 53rd country to ratify the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, or TPNW. In all, 122 countries signed that treaty, including the Philippines, which did so in 2017, but the agreement was handed over to the Senate only in November 2020. Senator Aquilino Pimentel III, chairman of the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations, says the TPNW becomes the first globally applicable multilateral agreement to comprehensively prohibit nuclear weapons on the basis of international humanitarian law. Pimentel, who sponsored the resolution, belongs to the same party as President Rodrigo Duterte, the Partido Democratico Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan. The resolution's co-sponsor was Senator Ana Theresia Ontiveros of Akbayan Party List, a vocal critic of the incumbent government. She called the TPNW groundbreaking and a step in the direction of creating an international norm of conduct. She added that the collective voice of humanity is clear. Nuclear weapons should be banned forever, as we have banned landmines and biological and chemical weapons. Even an international organization praised the Philippines. Peter Maurer, president of the International Committee of the Red Cross, said in a statement, "This treaty, the result of more than 75 years of work, sends a clear signal that nuclear weapons are unacceptable from a moral, humanitarian, and now a legal point of view. It sets in motion even higher legal barriers and an even greater stigmatization of nuclear warheads than already exists. It allows us to imagine a world free from these inhumane weapons as an achievable goal." Regarding threat to Asia, of all the countries possessing nuclear weapons, we hope that one in particular is listening: North Korea. Of all the nuclear powers, that rogue state presents the greatest threat to Asia's peace and prosperity. Granted, there are many countries with nuclear capabilities, but nearly all of them have global linkages that bind them to the national security doctrine of MAD, or Mutually Agreed Destruction. In contrast, North Korea is an isolated country, which is largely the consequence of its belligerency and nefarious activities meant to sustain its military spending and to keep its self-appointed leaders in power. Also, the world should be wary of more states acquiring nuclear weapons, particularly Iran. With the new Joseph Biden administration reversing many policies of the previous US government, perhaps Washington can persuade Tehran to abort its nuclear program. But until Iran is successful with its nuclear development, there is time. In contrast, the nuclear threat from North Korea is real, now. It has intercontinental ballistic missiles equipped to carry nuclear warheads that can reach the US mainland and its allies in the region, including members of ASEAN, or Association of Southeast Asian Nations. We urge all the countries that signed the TPNW to also ratify it as soon as possible. That way, we hope that nuclear powers, particularly North Korea, hear the message that the world stands united and firm against such cruel and deadly weapons. The world should not tolerate the irresponsible behavior of Kim Jong-un, North Korea's supreme leader. We also hope that his desire for economic development outweighs his insecurity about his adversaries. He should understand that even without weapons of mass destruction, North Korea enjoys the nuclear umbrella of its few but powerful allies, China and Russia. Mr. Kim has no excuse not to return to the negotiating table and seriously discuss the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. He can ease the suffering of his people by not diverting limited resources that should be for basic human services to military spending. By abandoning his nuclear weapons, North Korea also ceases to threaten the development of countries in this region, perhaps even the rest of the world. The Philippines, along with the other TPNW signatories, made a case for peace as a condition for ensuring prosperity. The treaty's ratification conveys that, and we hope that Mr. Kim and other leaders all over are paying attention. And that's the editorial for Monday, February 8, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to our digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and listen to The Voice of the Times.